This YCN segment is brought to you by Mount Sunapee Resort. Fun for all seasons.
Welcome back, YCN Sports Talk. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, and we're moving over to Boston Celtics basketball after a tough start to the season, losing obviously Gordon Hayward and the game in Cleveland, and then coming home, playing the Bucks, losing that. They've now run off 5 straight wins, including the most recent one against the Spurs, a big statement win at home against a really good team, very well-coached team. And overall, your thoughts so far on the way the Celtics team has rebounded from obviously a devastating injury and look like they're coming together pretty nicely.
Yeah, it does. I mean, after that Hayward injury, it's just kind of like, oh no, this season everyone was so excited for seems to be doomed. But the last 5 games, I mean, it looks like it took 2 games to kind of mesh.
Right.
Even though they were playing against great teams in the Cavaliers and the Bucks.
Right.
It took a couple games to mesh, and now Kyrie, he seems to be leading this team, and it's great. It looks like Kyrie, he doesn't seem to kind of be playing underneath anyone's shadow, right? He's playing like he's the leader, but he's also not afraid to dish it out and get that assist. He's a great passer. But we've seen Horford has been playing really well, and guys like we talked about Tice and Baines and Rozier and Marcus Smart and all these guys, and of course the youngsters like we'll talk about in a moment, like Tatum and Brown.
Jaylen Brown.
All of these guys are coming together and playing so well, and it seems like no one is being selfish. Right? They've a ton of great ball movement. So, I mean, this team is looking really, really good.
And that's what we talked about the day after the opening game. We had the show here, and we talked about maybe with Hayward being out, I mean, there's a silver lining. You don't want to wish an injury. You're disappointed that it happened, but maybe that means Tatum and Brown will get some playing time, and they have gotten a lot of playing time, and they've played really well.
Yeah.
And people are focusing on them. People are focusing on Kyrie, rightfully so. And Horford kind of seems to be playing that role where he doesn't get a lot of publicity, and I think he likes that.
Yep.
He's been in Atlanta his whole career before coming here, and I think last year maybe the spotlight was too much for him. He was supposed to be kind of the guy. Then when Thomas took over a little bit more, he went to the back and he started playing better. And now he's playing, like you said, I mean, he's probably the second best player behind Irving, but no one's talking about him because everyone's playing so well.
Right, yeah, and Horford last year was he was basically an average player.
Right.
He was okay, he was good, not great. But this year, it seems like he maybe even lost some weight. He just looks more agile, he's moving his feet more. He's been involved in a ton of great plays with this team so far. And this Hayward injury, like you said, with Tatum and Brown, they need that experience, especially Tatum. But, I mean, they don't look like the young players they actually are.
Right.
And with the minutes they're getting, I mean, they have performed, I think, above and beyond anyone's expectations so far.
So, okay, a couple guards that we've talked about, Marcus Smart and Terry Rozier. I don't want to, talk down about Marcus Smart because we were just talking. He's a guy, hustle guy. He's really good defender. But I mean, he shoots way too often for a guy who shoots so poorly. And if Rozier keeps playing as well as he's playing, maybe the Celtics don't have to sign Smart next year. They didn't give him the big contract, and hey, if he can earn it somewhere else, go for it. But I don't know. I guess it's a good problem to have multiple players. But I mean, Smart has. I don't want to say disappointed. Am I being too hard on him, or is he just...
I mean, I think he is a big part of this team, but offensively, I think shooting, that has been his weakness in his game. But to me, the Celtics have usually had that one defensive guy, whether it's been like Tony Allen or Avery Bradley, and now it's Marcus Smart, that just defensive guy who will get that steal or maybe those hustle plays that won't show up on the stat sheet. And, maybe they won't look great, but you need that one player. But with that big contract, I don't know if you pay a player a ton of money like that. And that's the problem. I think when you had Tony Allen and Avery Bradley, you had them when they were younger in their career, like they had with Smart these last few years, so they didn't have to pay them a ton at first. So when, at the end of this season, I don't think they should pay him a big contract. I mean, if his shooting improves and he turns into a better player, maybe they could work something out. But right now, I think defense is really his biggest contribution to this team right now.
And you still have Rozier, you still have Tatum and Brown, obviously maybe not true guards, but they can play that position. Plus next year you're going to be getting Hayward back, obviously. So you're going to have, if Tatum and Brown continue to play as well as they are, between Tatum, Brown, Hayward, Horford, Baines, or Morris, when he comes back. So you're going to have a lot of players. So it's probably one of those things where Marcus Smart, depending on how he finishes, might be kind of the odd man out.
Yeah, it probably will be, yep.
So the Celtics try to keep their winning streak going on Wednesday night. They play the Sacramento Kings down in Boston. We'll take our final break. When we come back, we have some regional and local sports. Then we'll make our Salt Hill Pub Picks of the Week. You're watching YCN Sports Talk.